But first, are you one of the millions of people who snore? Or do you live with someone who does? Well, amazingly, there are now 189 patents for inventions that are designed to give us a quieter life. Vivian Parry, who claims not to have a snoring problem, put the latest one to the test.
It's gone midnight and all's quiet. Or is it? Like 3.5 million people all over Britain, David Brunwyn is a snorer. David, tell me how long you've had a problem with snoring.
Well, at least 20 years, probably more.
And how does it affect your sleeping? Because presumably you're not aware that you snore, or are you?
No, not really, except that I do wake up usually 2 or 3 times during the night. I wake up with a very dry mouth because I breathe through my mouth, and I think this predisposes me to snoring.
And how does it affect you, Janet? Do you just stick him in the ribs and tell him to shut up?
No, I try not to be too physical because I'm rather frightened of waking him up completely, because I know that having a disturbed night anyway and he's losing sleep. So I try and just move so that he'll turn over and be as gentle as I can.
That maddening noise, all too familiar for long-suffering partners, is commonly caused by the vibration of a fleshy piece of skin at the back of the throat. As you breathe through the mouth, the airflow over the tongue is turbulent. The soft tissues vibrate, so creating the snoring sound. But, the theory goes, breathing through the nose makes the airflow smoother, and everyone should have a quiet night. David is a mouth breather and has a fine collection of anti-snoring devices in his bathroom cabinet.
Some designed to improve breathing through the nostrils, like this wire one.
Oh, vicious.
And then various potions like this, which are designed as drops really to put up the nose and dilate the nostrils, again to improve the breathing through the nose. But one of my main problems is breathing through the mouth.
By comparison, the latest anti-snoring device is an innocent-looking thing, not like a boxer's gum shield.
I've already put it in hot water and moulded it to the shape of my mouth. And you simply pop it into the mouth.
Cassius Clay.
And then it stays once it's cooled down to the shape of my mouth, and the idea is to virtually prevent me breathing through the mouth at all. And this is the one I'm going to try tonight. I sincerely hope it works.
This new device, the brainchild of a South African dentist, will block up David's mouth, forcing him to breathe through his nose. Although David snores for Britain, he's had tests which show it's not likely to do him serious harm. Dr. Fergus McBrien runs a sleep clinic for those for whom snoring is much more than an irritation. For them it may be life-threatening because they stop breathing when they snore, a condition called sleep apnea.
Our role is to investigate these patients to determine if their snoring is causing them any health problems, and secondly, whether surgery would be of benefit to them.
He brings the patients in overnight to study them in his clinic. By monitoring their breathing, he can spot those with sleep apnea. If they have the condition, Dr. McBrien has some well-tested solutions: surgery on the back of the throat, or even this bizarre-looking piece of equipment. And what does it do exactly?
The machine delivers a column of air into the upper airway, thus forcing the sides of the throat apart and keeping them open.
Well, a radical approach like that might be essential for snorers with sleep apnea, but it's a device too far for the everyday snorer. I went back to see how David had got on with his much simpler gum shield. Hello! Nice to see you. Well, David, I've only got one question for you this morning. How was it for you last night?
Well, after actually getting the device fitted in the mouth, which is quite comfortable, I felt reasonably happy. But because I breathed through my mouth during the night, I did wake up with a very dry mouth.
Well, how about you, Janet? Did you hear any snoring?
I can't say that I did last night.
Well, Brunwyns, marks out of 10 for this device.
At the moment, 5.
Will it be joining the others in the collection upstairs?
Oh, certainly, yes. I'll persevere a little bit more.
You just have to open a museum later, won't you? The Snoring and Sleep Apnea Association keep a close eye on all the latest anti-snoring devices. But one thing's for sure, as long as there are snorers, there'll be a queue of inventors eager to help them. Somehow, I don't think you've heard the last of snoring on Tomorrow's World. Sweet dreams.